Greetings gnomes and nomads and welcome back to Castlegoat and indeed to the second day of Gnomus. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I'm sure you're all wondering who is the lucky winner of a Gnomoria key from the first day of Gnomus, and that is, pause for dramatic effect, Pinworthy. Well done, Pinworthy. One of the last people to actually put their name into the hat, as it happens. So, congratulations from myself and all the gnomes in Castlegoat. Now, where we left off in the last episode, our gnomes were frantically trying to forage for some food because we had overlooked the fact that they were running low. Let's return to the gnomes now and see if they can't restock their larders before too many hungry bellies start rumbling. Okay, as you can see, I have made a new profession. It is called the Inventor, and I bet you can guess what they're going to do. But just to go over it, they're going to be wearing the Hard Times uniform, just the same as everyone else, more or less, because we are still in Hard Times. We still do not have proper armor for our soldiers, and actually, besides the point, because our militia would still be doing Way of the Gnome anyway. Now, they can do prospecting, and this is the primary reason why we're going to be issuing this profession to someone. They're also available for all of the engineering tasks, and they can do caretaking, much the same as all of my other professions, and finally, all of the miscellaneous construction and hauling. Now, their priorities are as follows. Mechanic. Now, a few people have said that you need mechanic for anyone to ring the bell, but as far as I've observed, no one has had the mechanic profession up until now. So I'm not really sure how that could be the case, because the bell has clearly been rung and the stand down has been rung. So I'm not sure if that's the case. But I've put that at the highest priority, so if, for example, a trap has been triggered and needs to be reset, or there's some sort of mechanics thing like pulling a lever, they will do that before any other job. Next, they will work in any type of mechanic engineering workshop, but the Tinker's Workshop. That has its own priority, and just as well because it always has something to do, much like hauling, for example. Building, they will do next, then hospital. So if there's something to be built, they'll go and do that. If there's nothing to be built, nothing to be done in the workshops, there's no mechanic jobs, they'll check if someone needs to be taken care of. Odds are they don't, because we've got so many caretakers. Then finally they will tinker. And then if there's no tinkering, which is virtually impossible if I've got a tinker's workshop, they'll do hauling. But, you know, hauling is still on the list there, just in case, for example, I might suspend the tinker's workshop. It could come down to that if I need someone to haul something that badly. So, who is going to be our tinkerer? We're going to have a look at the professions that have several people. It's not you. No, nor you. I believe we did have one person who looked like they might be a good match for it. Elves and Dwarf is good at machining, but they are quite good at wood cutting at this point. My lord, Edna, you've got hauling 45. You must have rather broad shoulders. I can only imagine you running around the fort carrying 2 wheelbarrows. No. Oh, you've got prospecting 13. That is a very strong contender, Sir Prancy. You may well be a inventor. Lumberjacks, Rick. You've got tinkering, that's good. But I'm looking primarily for prospecting at the moment. Engineering 14. Finally, our tailors, Bomarito and Elitus. No. Okay, it looks like Sir Prancy has inherited what appears to be a fairly prestigious job. Lots of people want to be the Tinkerer. You are going to be our Inventor, and you will have, you've got fairly good around skills on there, though. Let me just check out Rick a second. Was it Rick who had, oh yeah, tinkering. If I were to make you an Inventor, actually, you've got all around better skills. They're all above 10, except for machining. I'm sorry, I got you hoped up there, Sir Prancy, but no, it is Rick. Rick, you are now the Tinkerer. You are now the Inventor. Now, off screen, I have also made the required materials to build a prospector shop. It will be going here. There we are. So, if you wouldn't mind getting to that quite quickly while I go over the other things I've done. I've removed this wall. I am getting ready to just hack this all back. That'll all be visible, and sooner or later we're going to expand this out and actually properly start work on that. It's probably one of the very next things that I'm going to be working on once we've got this food problem out of the way. And as you can see over here, and as you probably saw in the intro, the food problem is largely resolved. Wow, I say resolved. We've got a lot of stuff. Oh, a yak is born. Has the yak already been butchered? Has a yak just been cut up? Are these yak bits? No, they're not. Where is the yak? It just said there was a yak born. I must check whether it is male or female. How many yaks are in here? Damn it. There he is. Where are you? I saw you there for a second. Right. Male or female? Female! Fantastic! More female means more milk and potentially more babies later on. Or calves, I should say. Now then, is this built? Yes, it is. Fantastic. Right. I'm going to... Oh my god. 2,911 dirt clumps. Mind you, we'll be using them at 10 at a time. We are not going to be using clay clumps. We are definitely not going to be using stone clumps. So, I'm going to set this up as a middling priority of 4 for now. Not accept generated jobs. And we are going to set this up to use only dirt. See, I'm not even sure what this would do. Because when this makes something, like if I said craft 2, like craft to 10 or whatever, this produces, I think, slivers of metal. They'll have a look, basically, it's like panning for gold, really, only in dirt instead of water, or stone, as the case may be. But I'm not sure if it really understands what it's going to do. It's like, keep going, craft to 1 clump. Well, there's already bajillions of clumps there. How is this going to work? So I think I'm just going to stick that on repeat, even though this is potentially a bad move to make. But we're going to hope. So get to work. And the very observant of you may notice there are some holes in our great hall. Yes. Well, the thing is, I've decided I'm going to try and trick this water into filling up correctly. So what we're going to do is fill hole, and we want it to be dirt. I know it pains me to do this. I mean, it really does actually pain me to do this. But we're going to replace these with dirt. Now, this is also going to be using the fill hole command. I've not seen that used before. I'm wondering if they're going to fill the hole, like the wall, they're going to build a wall down there, and then also build the floor as part of one command. I imagine it'll still take 2 clumps of dirt, but it'll be interesting to see. What we're going to do then is we're going to have them... Oh no, they're not going to do it? Ah, that's a shame. We're going to get rid of this, have this rebuilt, and then as the water fills up in there, we're going to burrow down into the floor to remove these walls so that the water can then continue to expand out. That's the plan anyway. For now though, we need to build 2 more things down here. First, we want a marble water engraved wall. Oh, it's going to really annoy me to know that there are dirt clumps in the well. I didn't make all of these walls out of nice basalt blocks so that I'd have dirt into my well. You are annoying me, Gnomoria. You're annoying the gnomes as well. Their OCD is just as bad as mine. Perhaps even worse. Oh crap. Okay, we're going to cancel that job then, because it appears that they haven't realized they need to do this one first. But as soon as that's done... Come on, chop chop. Right, there we go. We want a basalt block wall. But, at this point, I think it's safe to say... I'm gonna... Well... Yeah, we'll go ahead and build the floors over there. So we want dirt... where are you? Yeah, soil floor. I was staring at it. We want these floors built over here so I can create a... just dig hole correctly. Now, the thing we want here is to work out exactly where this tile is. So it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Would that be right? No, it'll be the 4th tile. Righto. So it'll be this tile. Ah, that's annoying. It's right in my way. Oh well. I guess I should temporarily remove this wall then. See the efforts I go to give you a nice well. I hope you appreciate this, gnomes. Because it is an awful lot of work, I'll have you know. Now, has this been producing anything? Yes, it is. It's actually starting to produce slivers. That is fantastic. And it's getting rid of the enormous amount of dirt we've got. How's the work up here going? Still going okay. Now, there shouldn't be anyone rushing out. Ooh, hang on. What's happening there? Oh, right. As I mentioned, if they can't get up there because of ramps, you have to get rid of it. But someone did point out in the comments that they will be able to forage off a ramp because technically they forage off the tile they're standing on. They'll walk onto the tile and forage that. So you don't have to worry about ramps the same way you do have to worry about building or mining things. On that note, I've already done that, but we're going to wait until daytime before we go out and mess out up there. For now, it's just down to you guys to start leveling this area. What are you doing? Where are you going? Are you collecting dirt from outside? Who is that? Sheelab! Sheelab, this is how you lost an arm. I don't know. I can't really be mad. She's doing her work, but at the same time, really? Please stop. You know what? I think we're going to do something over here. We're going to remove this designation completely. And this one. That should stop them from gathering dirt at all. Because he's just going to use these enormous dirt piles until they're all used up. And that'll be good. Okay. Actually, you're doing fairly good. Now, we want to take this up. We've got 2 there. I've got a pretty interesting plan. I hope it's going to work out. I've got it in my mind. I'm not going to really go into what I'm going to do, but I think it's going to look quite nice. And then another 2 up. So we've got to bring this down a whole 2 more levels. Maybe I'm going to... No. Yes. Oh, no, yeah, we will. We'll bring it back 2 levels, because that's actually already far back as it is. And then that'll be our pasture area. Maybe what I'll do then, instead of just trying to level it out an entire level at a time, I'll do it in sections, like in thirds. Oh, wow, another yak has been born? Oh, happy days. Oh, not happy days for you. You are a surplus male. I'm terribly sorry, but it would be wrong for him to die without a name. We must find a name. I'm going to name you Blank Door. No, I'm not really. There will be a gnome named Blank Door. You will be... opaque door? I don't know. You'll be Door. There we are. The yak named Door has been slain. And his bones turned into precious crafting materials. Now then, we've got a way in there, so we want to remove a floor. We want to remove the floor first, so that, oh, will you? No? Deconstruct perhaps? Yes, probably deconstruct. Deconstruct this floor. And if I'm right, that will be right above the soil. Oh! Merchants have arrived. Now, our kingdom worth is much higher than it used to be. It's over 20,000. If you do not have tea, I don't know what I'm going to do. But your odds of surviving this ordeal will be fairly slim. I'm just letting you know that now. Let us pray that the random number generator god has decided to give you tea. Okay. I love how you can buy dirt off him, as if we would need to. Tea, that's mushroom seeds! You may live. You are forever a friend of not Spider Slaughter, Castlegoat. That's the second time I've called Castlegoat Spider Slaughter. How rude of me. Oh, happy days. I don't care, whatever. You could have nothing else. I would consider this a great success. However, you do have quite a few things, so we're going to have a look at what we've got. And you only need 130? I would have been willing to pay like 1,300, maybe even 10,300. Right, well, let's have a quick look. We're not going to sell our raw sapphires. We're going to hold on to that. We should have some statuettes somewhere. We're going to sell those, then I'm going to have a look at our animal situation. Basalt statuette. We've actually got quite a few of these. We can sell... Oh, what am I doing? I am clicking without really thinking about what I'm doing. Let's go back down to the bottom. Right, we're going to sell that one. That's all of that. And we're going to sell 10 of these. There we go. Trade. Ah, glorious. Right. Alpaca pasture. Got maximum males 1, maximum females 3. What are you? I think you may be a female. Female. So we want 1 male alpaca. We would also very much like some emus. And then we'll have some eggs as well. In the meanwhile, I guess because we're somewhat lacking on space, we can. I could move it later, but no, we'll find a permanent home for the emus. Where is this permanent home going to be, though? I think we're going to remove this designation. We are going to make a new pasture. Now, the importance of doing this first, before trading for them, is this. Because my butcher is set up to butcher any excess livestock, if I bought the emus without somewhere for them to be pastured, they would be classed as excess livestock, so my butcher would immediately designate them to be killed. And even once that's happened, there have been times in the past where I've realized this and immediately made the pasture after buying them. But at that point, a gnome has already been given the task of going to fetch the emu to put into the... actually it was an alpaca at the time. To go and butcher. So I cancelled the butcher's orders to cancel it, but it still didn't matter. Because the order had already been sent, the moment the alpaca crossed the threshold, entered that meaty abattoir, it was promptly disemboweled and turned into, I'm quite sure, delicious food, but it was a sad, sad day nevertheless. Right, we want this to be for emus, and we, again, want only 1 male. I'm terribly sorry about this. Now, as for seeds, what have we got the most of? Well, no, no. I'm sorry, but we're going to have to be quite specific about this. I guess we'll go for strawberry seeds. We will feed them off strawberry seeds. We'll have to have a decent strawberry pasture then, I would say. Now, we're going to need a trough, and I think we've already got one of those, so let's go ahead and build this. Yes, we do. Fantastic. You can go there. Right then. Now, for more tradering. Now, I know lots of people have said, oh, you need to have the place for the mushroom farm already set up because you've got to have made it muddy. I'll get to that. Don't worry. Just having the seeds is good enough for me for this moment. Now, we want a female and a male emu. And really, you brought 2 female alpacas? You swine. I wanted 1 male, that's all. Okay, fine. Well, at least we've got a breeding pair of emus, at least. Yeah, we'll take a... No, we won't take both of them. We'll take 1. And that can bolster our cotton. In fact, we might be able to swap to cotton seeds. Now, the other... Well, actually, first, we're going to find out how much money we can make with our trade goods, and then we'll work out from there. Silver slivers, malachite slivers, tin slivers, copper slivers. Wow, the prospect has already been busy. That's fantastic. Now, we want to sell these goblin skull helmets. I love the fact that they are actually goblin skull helmets now, not yak skull. Because even though I was imagining them being goblin skulls on pikes and goblin skull helmets in Spider Slaughter, I knew they weren't. And that made me sad. Right, we don't want to sell the sticks. Or the brass plate, actually. Where are you? There we go. Right. 5 superior basalt statues. They will be gone. 18 fine basalt statues. They also will be gone. 37 poor statues. Well, I suppose you were only learning. And over time you got much better. 25 basalt statues. Wool bandages? No. No, 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 no. Anything else? I think we're good otherwise. We're not going to be selling any of our food. That would be complete nuts. Ah, we haven't got enough. Okay, we're going to take that alpaca away then. We're going to sell some of our clippings, I suppose. We could sell maybe 100 of these. Gives another 100. That pushes us over the limit at least. Cotton seeds, no, we'll keep hold of those. The yak hide we'll get rid of. I mean, we could sell the raw sapphires if we have to. I'd rather not, but we could. We could sell some of the logs. I'll sell 52 for now. Bring us down to a nice round number. This is all going to be making room for our gnomes to haul an awful lot of stuff. But I think that's about all that I wanted to do. Alright, we've got a little bit of room. We've got 165 that we can afford. Let's have a quick look through here. Is there anything we particularly want? Don't want any of the seeds. Actually, I'll take some more. No, we don't need the grape seeds. The ore, though, that has got my attention. We wouldn't be able to have many of these, though. Only 5. Oh, we could have a little bit more, but what else have you got? Anything? Raw lapis lazuli? I think it would probably be worth picking up some of this. Raw bauxite, oh. Or bauxite, buxite. Not quite sure how it's meant to be pronounced. We could... Yeah, okay. We'll use those to make some better rings and that sort of stuff. I mean, it is pricey buying them at 5 each, but if we add that to silver and make a ring out of it, we'll be able to sell that for a significant amount of money later on, like 250 by itself. So it's worth buying, I think, as long as we have the industries to be able to support it, and we've definitely got that. It's just we're gonna need to build the actual workshop for it. But now we're actually making metals, we should be okay. I think that's good enough. Make it so. Thank you for your business. What is your name? Can I find out your name, merchant? Sorry about that. My brain had a momentary crash. You come from the kingdom of Love, slave? I'm not going to judge. No. But, wow. These gnomes, they're freakier than you might think. They act all innocent and gnomely and small, diminutive little guys. You might think they're kind of like hobbits, but no. They're very freaky. Now, put those emus into the pastures, please. Ah, thank you. Very well done. And then go ahead and fill that up with seeds. Oh, this is going to generate so many bloody jobs for you to haul. I'm not looking forward to that. But we are now going to have eggs. Oh, that means... Yes, that means omelets. Now, I had a look at this. Actually, it was on the forums, not the wiki. But sandwiches are still the best source of food. If you've got a sandwich, assuming quality is the same, so all other things being equal, a sandwich will fill up a gnome for longer than anything else. Next on the list, though, I believe is a sausage omelette. We are going to go, we've got cheese omelettes, sausage omelettes, mushroom omelettes. Well, no, the mushrooms are going to be for tea, you fools. But we could use the cheese and the eggs to make cheese omelettes. I think that would be actually pretty good. So, yeah, we'll set that up. And you know what? I'm going to say craft that up to 64. Just flat off, if you've got the omelettes to make that, then do it. But I'm going to put it down by there. So that if they can make a sandwich, they should. Because they're only going to make 10 loaves of bread and 10 sausages, and then they'll have a look at omelettes and make those. I may change that up a little bit later and actually look at the priorities and fiddle them out a bit, but that should be good for now. I am happy with this. How many seeds have we already got? We've got 7 seeds in there, so they should be good, I hope. I don't know how fast they breed. So that's going to be a bit of a learning experience for me. Now, as for the rest, there's plenty of fruit still out there, and because I haven't been clipping these trees, the fruit will regrow very, very quickly. So I'm hoping that's going to help. And obviously, because we've just cleaned up so much room in the various stockpiles by selling those logs and things, we've just made an awful lot of rooms for them to go out and bring all of that stuff in, which is fantastic. What are you doing with that? And, of course, they're now going to be immediately producing more trade goods, which is also good. Hang on. Is this not considered Ah, bugger it. It's not considered a gem. Well, that was silly of me, wasn't it? Oh well. I suppose I'll make those lapis lazuli box eventually. Right. However, that is in the right place because there's dirt below. So, what we want to do... I will be very happy if we can get the well and have all of our pastures and have tea all in one recording set. It'll seriously gnome us. It's a fantastic time of year. Everything goes right. Though having said that, we're about to be invaded by a dragon. Even though dragons don't exist in the game will find a way. Game always finds a way. Looks like our vineyard is being harvested as well. No, I'm pretty happy with that bit of trading. That's probably the best bit of trading we've done. However, what are our slivers like? I think they should be being stored in this crate here. What are the slivers? Tin, malachite, silver, malachite, okay. Quite a lot, actually. They're going to be very quickly filling up that crate. So I'm going to order another. I'm just going to check though first, see if we've got any spares. We do not. So I would like a couple of pine crates. Now, obviously, because of the way I've set up all of the priorities, this should be able to be done fairly easily. This should be all of the things I need. We'll have another 2 pine crates, please. Thank you. But I think that will be a good place to wrap this episode up. It has been a good day for Castlegoat. Possibly the best day since the founding of Castlegoat. We finally have mushroom seeds. Not spores, seeds. I'm not really sure if that's accurate or not. Again, I'm not a mycologist. But if the merchants want to deliver us our mushrooms in seed form, they can do that. I really don't mind. They could deliver the mushrooms in hippopotamus form for all I care. As long as the end result is Castlegoat being able to make tea, all is well. But that does mark the end of this episode. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you will join me for the next. And for those of you who intend to take part in the second day of Gnomus giveaway, best of luck. But until next we meet, do take care.